The Candle Maker's Daughter. In a quiet old village wrapped in soft golden dust and evening winds, lived a humble candle maker named Ravi. Ravi was blind, but his blindness had never stopped him from bringing light into the world. Every day, villagers watched in silent awe as he shaped wax with hands that seemed to see more clearly than eyes ever could. With delicate precision, he carved candles, thick ones for long nights, thin ones for prayer rooms, and bright-colored ones for festivals. But Ravi never worked alone. At sunset, his little daughter Anya, only 8 years old, would run to him with a smile brighter than any flame. "Papa, I'm here," she would shout happily. And Ravi would laugh softly, replying, "I can hear the sunshine in your voice." She guided him, her tiny hand curled around his large calloused fingers. She arranged the candles on shelves, labeled them, melted wax, mixed colors, and lit the first candle every evening. Their small shop glowed like a ball of warm sunlight, and villagers said, "There's more light in this shop than in the whole town." But one winter night, everything changed. A harsh windstorm swept across the village. The old wooden houses trembled. Loose sparks from a nearby lantern flickered and flew dangerously. Anya and Ravi were finishing their last batch of candles when a sudden gust pushed open the shop door. A single spark landed on a bundle of dry cotton wicks. In seconds, fire! Bright orange flames roared upward, swallowing shelves, melting wax, filling the room with thick smoke. "Papa, fire!" Anya cried. Ravi, though blind, knew the smell of burning wax instantly. He tried to reach for her, coughing heavily. "Anya, stay behind me," he said, feeling around desperately. But the fire grew faster than their steps. Every candle they ever made, every box, every memory, was turning to ash. Villagers rushed with water buckets, shouting warnings. But the fire was too strong. Within minutes, the candle shop that once lit the village burned to the ground. Ravi sat on the cold earth, trembling, his fingers covered in ash. "My candles, my work, everything is gone," he whispered, heartbroken. Anya hugged him tightly. Her voice was small but steady. "Papa, we still have each other. And as long as you have your hands, you can make light again." Her words were soft, but they carried the weight of hope. Without Ravi's candles, the village became dim and cold. People who always depended on his light struggled during nights. The temple lamps ran out. Children studied in shadows. And elders whispered, "Who will give us light now?" Anya watched their sadness and felt a spark rise inside her. One brighter than any flame. Determination. The next morning, while Ravi sat silently in despair, Anya stood before him with a brave face. "Papa," she said firmly, "let's rebuild. Let's start again." Ravi shook his head. "How, Anya? The shop is gone, the wax is gone. I cannot even see how bad everything is." Anya lifted his hands and placed them over her cheeks. "Papa, you always said your hands can see." Her voice trembled. "So let them see hope." Something inside Ravi awakened. He slowly stood, leaning on his cane. "Tell me what remains." "Only ashes," Anya whispered. "But ashes can be cleaned." And so, they began. Anya swept the burnt floor every morning. Ravi collected leftover wax lumps, misshapen bits that the fire hadn't completely destroyed. Together, They melted those broken pieces, mixing them with herbs, oils, and colors that Anya borrowed from neighbors. The villagers, remembering how Ravi's candles once brightened their darkest nights, began offering small help. Someone brought a bag of wax. Another offered old molds. A third gave a wooden shelf. Slowly, very slowly, the shop rose again. Not beautiful, not perfect, but alive. After weeks of work, they made their first new candle. It was uneven, small, slightly bent on one side. But when Anya lit it, the flame stood tall, steady, bright, almost proud. Ravi felt its warmth on his face, tears forming behind blind eyes. I cannot see it, he whispered. But I can feel light has returned. Anya hugged him tightly. It never left us, Papa. It only waited. The light spreads again. Word spread across the village. Ravi's candles are back. People gathered at the rebuilt shop. Children clapped. Elders blessed the family. And each person bought a candle, not because they needed one, but because they believed in the man who created light from darkness. Ravi's hands moved faster than ever, guided by Anya's laughter and instructions. Soon, their candles were better than before. Brighter, longer lasting, more fragrant. And at the heart of every candle was something special. A bit of wax melted from the ruins of the old shop. A reminder that light doesn't just come from perfection. It comes from survival. Dash. Glowing star the moral. One evening, as the shop glowed beautifully, Anya asked, Papa, what do you think the fire taught us? Ravi smiled softly, touching her head. That sometimes, he said, life burns what we have, so we can discover what we are. He continued, and that no matter how dark it gets, even the smallest candle can guide someone home.